Coco Gauff's risky choice. The shocking warning before a $600,000 victory in Wuhan. The Wuhan Open 2025 had been one of the most grueling tournaments of the year. Coco Gauff had battled through qualifiers, overcoming fatigue, long rallies, and relentless competition. The prize money, $600,000, was significant. But for Coco, the stakes were far higher than money. As she arrived in Wuhan, there were murmurs among her team. She was playing on a court with subtle but dangerous surface shift due to recent maintenance. A small anomaly that could affect footing and spin, minor for some, catastrophic for others. It's a tricky court, said a tournament insider. Players were warned. Most took it easy during practice. But Coco, she saw opportunity. Opportunity or risk? That was the question everyone would soon be asking. The warning. The day before her first main draw match, Coco's physiotherapist and coach convened. You need to be careful with your pivot on the new surface. A slight misstep could twist your ankle or worse, her coach warned. Coco, known for her aggressive baseline game, paused. She considered the warning carefully. Most players would have eased their pace, taken fewer risks, played conservatively. But Coco's mindset was different. I can't play scared, she said quietly, almost to herself. I have to trust my movement, my instincts, my preparation. Her choice would come to define her tournament and become a lesson in risk, focus, and audacity. The risk factor. Coco's style has always been high risk, high reward. Her lightning-fast footwork and explosive forehand demand precision on an unpredictable surface. Every sprint, pivot, and slide carried potential for disaster. I knew she was pushing limits, said a fellow player who had observed her practice. It wasn't reckless. It was calculated. But calculated risk is still risk. In Wuhan, this meant short, explosive sprints into the corners, aggressive net approaches on balls. Most pros would volley from a baseline, maximal topspin on a surface that could unpredictably change bounce height. The crowd watched as Coco trained. To the untrained eye, she looked confident, almost serene. But inside, every fiber of her body was acutely aware of the danger, early signs of trouble. During her first round match, the warning became a reality. On the third set, she landed awkwardly after chasing a wide ball. The crowd gasped. For a fraction of a second, it looked like disaster. A rolled ankle, a potential withdrawal. Coco froze. The physiotherapist ran to the court. The umpire called for a medical timeout. But instead of panic, Coco displayed something remarkable: awareness. She bent her knees, adjusted her footing, and mentally recalibrated. I felt every tendon and ligament screaming, she later admitted. But I also felt my preparation kicking in. I knew my body. She returned to the match, more careful yet no less aggressive, proving that calculated risk was her edge. Behind the scenes, mental resilience. Many players falter under physical warning. Fewer recover mentally. Coco's team emphasized mindfulness, visualization, breathing techniques, and pre-match rituals. Every serve, every baseline sprint was preceded by micro-adjustments in focus. Coco's ability to reset after almost getting injured was stunning, said her coach Per Reba. Most players would play tentatively. She played smarter, sharper, more fearless. Jalen Sarah, her confident and emotional anchor, played a subtle role. Though he wasn't officially on her team, his nightly messages reminded her, trust your instincts, play your game, you're ready. That quiet support transformed nervous energy into precise performance. The high-stakes matches. As Coco advanced, the court's unpredictability remained a factor. Quarterfinals, an extended 3-hour rally where a single slip could have ended the match. Coco's footwork was exact, balancing aggression and caution. Semifinals. Faced a top 10 opponent known for their drop shots. On a tricky surface, drop shots could be fatal. Coco anticipated each move, positioning herself with calculated risk. Through every match, whispers circulated among commentators. She's playing dangerously but effectively. Coco's response was simple: focus, execution, courage. The psychological edge. Analysts observed a remarkable trend. The very warnings that might have intimidated other players seemed to energize Coco. She analyzed every irregular bounce, turning unpredictability into opportunity. She read opponents' hesitation, exploiting moments of fear. She used the risky court conditions to enhance her aggressive style, knowing few players would match her confidence. Her risk tolerance was strategic, not impulsive, explained a sports psychologist. She understood probability, her own limits, and how to push boundaries safely. This mindset transformed a potentially dangerous surface into a competitive advantage. The final showdown. The final match was a spectacle. Every rally, every serve, carried the weight of prize money, ranking points, and personal pride. Coco faced a seasoned opponent with a powerful serve. On point 5 of the third set, she chased a wide forehand, planted on the tricky court, and executed a split-step pivot perfectly. The crowd erupted. It was a moment that could have ended in injury, yet Coco's calculated risk paid off beautifully. I remember watching her and thinking, this is the moment she either wins spectacularly or pays the price, said a commentator. And win spectacularly she did. Every risky shot, every high-speed approach, every fearless return culminated in her $600,000 victory. The aftermath, gratitude, and reflection. Coco's victory was celebrated around the world. Fans, analysts, and fellow athletes praised her courage, agility, and game intelligence. But in private, Coco reflected on what really mattered. The risk she had embraced, the trust she had placed in her preparation, and the people who had supported her coach, her family, and Jalen Sarah. I didn't just win a trophy, she said in a post-match interview. I proved to myself that calculated risk, when paired with preparation and support, can lead to greatness. Lessons beyond the court. Coco's Wuhan journey offers lessons that extend far beyond tennis. Courage is calculated. Fear is natural, but preparation converts risk into opportunity. Support is essential. Quiet guidance, emotional anchors, and trusted advisors strengthen resolve. Mind over matter. Mental resilience is as crucial as physical skill. Risk can be empowering. Avoiding risk may preserve safety, but embracing it wisely can define greatness. Sports psychologists have highlighted Coco's tournament as a textbook example of risk management in high-performance sport. It's about knowing your limits, trusting your training, and daring to be better than yesterday. A legacy of boldness. As Coco's career continues to soar, the Wuhan Open 2025 will be remembered as a defining moment, not just for a trophy, but for the mindset it showcased. Her victory serves as a reminder. True champions don't avoid risk. They calculate it, embrace it, and rise. And behind every split-second decision, every high-speed pivot, every courageous return, there was preparation, resilience, and silent support, proving that greatness is never accidental. Coco Gauff didn't just win Wuhan. She mastered it, one calculated risk at a time. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.